Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, A Legacy of the Void. Today on Tropical Sacrifice, it's going to be Solar versus MARU from Dreamhack Atlanta. Top side, going to be Solar, bottom left, going to be MARU. Now, MARU is more than a match for Solar here today. MARU is tier 1, Solar is maybe tier 1.5, but he is totally capable of beating MARU here today, but I just feel like MARU is favored. All right. So any match between two players in the top 10 of the Olegulac rankings, anybody can win. But, again, I just feel like Maru's the TVZ strats and control and macro are just a little bit better than Solar's ZVT. But, hey, maybe Solar will surprise me here today and surprise you as well. So, happy Sunday, everybody. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you're excited for more StarCraft 2 content. I know that I am. Ooh, MARU, are we? Oh, man, it's a command center first here from MARU against a hatch firsting Solar. That puts MARU ahead in the economic battle. Boof. And you don't do this every time, because then Zergs will 12 pool you every single time, but just mixing it in every once in a while gives you an advantage. So yeah, do that in your ladder matches, Terran players. Do what MARU does. Maybe you can do it every single time, because you're not playing against, well, maybe you are. Maybe you're playing against just a large group of people all the time, but I don't know. Who will remember you? Bum, bum, bum. Anyway, music just got totally epic for absolutely no reason. There's nothing happening that's epic at all. Overlord scouting across the map says, what up? See, I mean, that's the thing. No Zerg player is going to drone scout you. Nobody's going to see it. At least not at this level. You know what? At the lower levels, maybe they will drone scout you, because I do tell my lower level players, drone scout. I know no Zerg player does it, but come on. Just make yourself happy. Scout things like cannon rushes and double proxy racks before they show up and kill you. Third base, like 220 here from Solar. Loving that stuff. And Marines in production. No Reapers here from MARU at all. And by Marines, I mean a Marine. He's got a Marine out. Overlord sitting on the Overlord perching spot here on Tropical Sacrifice. So yeah, third base coming in a little bit early here. He actually went for that quick third before getting his two queens. No, wait, did he? He might have. Either way, it was a pretty fast third base. So that's good for him because, again, he's behind economically. Anything he can do to get into an even position economically or ahead against MARU would be hot. Now, factory coming in for MARU. Fine. Starport here too. So, yeah, we've got the 1 racks, 2 factories, and then a starport. What is this build? What are we seeing here? Is this going to be like race car mech? Are we going to see like Liberator, Hellion, Liberator, Hellbat maybe? Ooh, actually canceled that gas for, not really for an extractor trick position, but what's the play here, Solar? What are you doing? Overlord is gone. Where did the Overlord go? Oh, to this spot instead. Okay, well, Hellion's moving out. Zergling sees that, dives for it, gets roasted alive, but that's the information you need to know. Are we going to see Hellions? Oh, really fast blue flame here, too, from MARU. All right. I'm enjoying this. We'll get some really fast blue flame coming in against Solar. Queens are going to be fine against this. They don't take that bonus damage for the blue flame. Only the Lings do. But it makes Lings horrendous. Super bad. We're going to need Banelings. We're going to need Roaches, ideally, in this situation, but there's no Roachworn on the way here from Solar. Roachworn. That's right. That's an English word. I know how to speak English. I'm a native English speaker for sure. Yup. Anyway, Queens, like I said, gonna be fine here. If the Queens can get into position to deal with these Hellions, no problemo. I love the Viking to deal with the scouting Overlord. Bam, that puts Solar in the dark big time. Look at this. Look how much information he has. This is it. This Ling is like the only scouter that he has right now. He can kind of see over off the edges of the creep thanks to the Overlord perching. But other than that, he doesn't know. So he's just going to continue to pump Queens here. Oh, it's going to be Banshee Cloak. So we're going to do Hellion Banshee, man. That takes me back. This has been a strategy since Wings of Liberty. I remember losing to this strategy on in Wings of Liberty on, God, what's that map? Zelnaga Caverns, I think it was. What's the one where it's a 2-player, top right, bottom left? There's a big open kind of chasm in the middle of it. I think that was Zelnaga Caverns. Man, it's been so long. I mean, it's been like 10 years since those days. Yeah, it's 10 years since Heart of the Swarm came out. Golly, StarCraft is an old game. I love it. I love it for sure. Gonna keep casting it. Evolution Chamber, Roachhorn. Okay. Is it enough time, though? I don't know. Blue Flame. Ah! YOLO Hellions! Block the ramp. Get the drones out of there. Queens, cut off the pursuit angles. Slide in there. 3 drones die. Could be worse. Ooh, Ling's actually getting a couple Hellion kills there because they're so injured from taking previous hits. Okay, so 3 drones down is like an ideal situation for Solar. If you tell him, okay, 18 Blue Flame Hellions are going to show up, and you're going to lose 3 drones, that is a take. That's something that's going to be taken for sure by Solar. Okay, 2 more died. That's all right. That's okay. No problem. So Banshee's moving out. They got Cloak. Hyperflight Rotors on the way from MARU. What is this? Hyperflight, Blue Flame, Cloaked Banshees? There's a Spore up there to catch incoming Banshees from that direction, but there's no Spore in the second base. There is one in the third. Yeah, this is just a game where MARU's going to put that pressure on, and it's very unorthodox to this point. So, I mean, we're definitely meching it here, right? More Hellions, more factories on the way, double armory getting constructed now. That is, without a doubt, 100 billion% what we're looking at here is the mech. MARU! Going mech here against Solar. I love it. I like seeing the mix-up in strategies here. Spire on the way. Now, that is one thing that kind of ruins what MARU's doing here is mutas. Because these can't shoot up, and Banshees can't shoot up, and Cyclones are kind of good here, and Vikings are bad against mutas. But 3rd base on the way for MARU, 4th base on the way from Solar here on Tropical Sacrifice. Yeah, I mean, Hyperflight Rotors takes forever to upgrade. It's one of those upgrades that's just like eternal upgrade waiting time. Those exist. Here come the Banshees, though. There's 1 Spore, and the Banshees are like, no, you know what? No. Ah, there's the Cloak. And you're like, Overseer, do we have an Overseer? The answer is no. Is he starting an Overseer? Also no. I feel like, oh, there's one over here. I didn't see that on Units tab. I'm blind. Okay, well, it's dead now, so it doesn't matter. Banshee's going after the 4th base here from Solar. We got Roaches on the counterattack. Turning into Hellbats. Kind of a little bit better, but not really. It's the Banshees and the Cyclones that are killing these Roaches, though. No problem at all. Tons of mules get called down into MARU's 3rd base. He tries to pick off what he can. He tries to kill a Cyclone, but they're so fast. He does not. He does not manage to kill a Cyclone there at all. Army value, 74 to 68. It is kind of race car mechy, isn't it now? We got Cyclones, we got Hellions, we got Speed Banshees for extra race carness. Yeah, Spores, Queens all over the place here. Need that anti-air. Yeah, look at these. These Banshees, man. See, they've got fire coming out their butts now. That's how you know they have Hyperflight. Look at them fighting against Queen. Transfuse! You're barely on creep for that Transfuse, man. Overseer does come in. No Overlord speed. And it is Mutas from Solar. Okay. Solar gets, wow, kills 19. Oh my gosh, is this working for Solar? Holy crap, he's killing Banshees. This 3rd base is absolutely gonna die. He's picking off Widow Mines. He's trying to avoid taking shots. Cyclone, not a terrible answer against Muta, just because Mutas are really squishy. Anything that can hit them is gonna be pretty good, but that's 27 workers killed. Look at these Cyclones being like, we got this. And the Mutas are like, no, no, you don't. Oh my god, where's the Overseer? Man, if Overlord speed was done, that'd be pretty cool, Solar. He's going over to this 4th base to cause some problems. The Cyclones are like, no. 41 SCVs down, and Solar looks like he's going to pull this off. Are you kidding me? 93 to 40 army supply. Mutas in and amongst everything here. That's a GG. Solar wins. Game number 1 of our sneaky twofer here today. Ha ha ha. Is a sneaky twofer. You guys didn't see that coming, did ya? Maybe you did when this was happening and you're like, there's no way Maru holds this. But then you were like, but Maru is a god. Maybe he did. Nope, he did not. What a reversal, man. I mean, look, again, only 5 drones died here today to all of those blue flame Hellions. And if you invest that much into that many Hellions and 5 drones die, you're just kind of like, oh, that's the sound you make. Oh. And then, yeah, it's mutas, it's roaches. That's pretty much all he did today. Roach, muta, no banelings. Roach Muta Queen, right? Ends up losing lings too. 54 lings died, obviously. Not the best units against the Blue Flame Hellions or Hellbats, but pretty good against Cyclones. But also there were Widow Mines. I don't know. I mean, Solar was just like, no, Maru, you're not getting up to like a 4-basing meching person on me today. Not happening, friends. Just murdered him. Just murdered him real good. Income tab goes whoop at the end there as all those SCVs died. So that's game 1. We'll give Solar a 1 next to his name, and Maru gets a 0. I'm surprised. I mean, part of this is that Maru went away from the more traditional standard stuff that we expect from Maru in his TVZs, just mixing it up in this first game of this twofer, and he paid for it. He paid for it bad. All right, good. That was great. Okay, so game 2 coming, and we'll be right back with that. Hit that like button. Game 2 is here on Moondance. Bottom right, Maru. Top left, Solar. Again, hit that like button if you haven't already. When's the last time I did a sneaky twofer? I can't remember, but is this going to be a proxy here from Maru? Nope. Not a proxy, just putting down the supply depot to wall off against Lings. We've got ourselves a back base here on Moondance, you know that, with less minerals and only 1 Vespene Geyser. So, people use this differently, right? Right. So, people like to take this early. Other people like to save it for emergencies. And, yeah, this is Moondance. Got a lot of places to expand. Top right, bottom left, very, very, very far away from each other here, so it's good. It is good for macro games. And an extractor pool opening here from Solar. Okay. All right, maybe it's going to be a Ravager Rush, which would get nerfed if the changes that were proposed in the balance update get through. So 2 racks opening here from Maru. Oh, man. So 2 racks versus Ravager Rush? Oh, Reapers, though. Oh, my gosh. Is it multi-racks Reaper? And there's your expansion. Is he just being ready for potential proxies here? He's like, I beat Maru in game 1. He's going to proxy me. I know it. So he goes for the quick pool into the expansion. And you know it's going to pay off for him because it is. It's going to be 2 racks Reaper here, from which the Overlord sees as well. So this Reaper's name is Matt, aka Crazy White Boy, lived on Arsenal Street and made street art against the Dominion. He was caught and punished by, you guessed it, the Reaper program. So this is Matt, Crazy White Boy from Arsenal Street. Well, speed's on the way. Lings are coming in. There's already a queen out, which is nice. Gonna catch a Reaper. It's gonna be multiple Reapers though, which the Overlord again is scouting this. Yeah, any shots you can get off on that Reaper really are going to be enough to make it get the heck on out of there. There's an expansion on the way for Maru, though, so it is going to be, you know, 2, 3 Reapers. What has he got? He's got 2 with another one on the way, so 3 Reapers running around. Speed? Speed is coming. Speed takes a while. This is an interesting opening from Maru. What the heck, dude? So he's cruising in. Cruising. He's going to run right into a bunch of Lings. Ow. Get out of there. Yeah, okay. Just taking hits. Like I said, taking hits. Well, the Lings have speed now, so they're like, wonder if we can push through here. Oh, look at that. 3rd base for Maru. So he is taking this early. Solar is taking his 3rd base forward. and saving this back base. Again, you kind of want your bases to go forward so you can spread that creep. So, I don't know. An opening for both players that could have been aggressive. Turned out to be aggressive for MARU. Didn't get any damage done at all. Nothing has died in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. That is what's hilarious about this. I enjoy it. I enjoy openings that are like, I'm going to kill you. And then the enemy's like, no, actually. We're ready for that. Creep spread. Double creep tubers. Here we go. Starport on the way from MARU. He's got a bunker. He's probably going to salvage the... Okay. He's probably going to salvage that. Kapachoo! Widow Mine's on the way from MARU. Ooh, could go for a Widow Mine, drop a Rooney. Matt's still alive, by the way, at 4 minutes. Not many Reapers do survive as ZVT at the professional level for this long. So good job by Matt. Crazy white boy. Yeah, I mean, MARU getting a quick third base up. On this map, it's not even a big deal. Like, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, a quick third. You have to expand out here, and it's kind of dangerous. But on this map, it's like, oh yeah, of course. That makes a lot of sense. Might as well get a third base here if you're the Terran player and incredible, like, multi-billion-time GSL champion, MARU. That's right. Solar's never won a GSL, but again, Solar's capable of taking down MARU. He just did. In game 1. Is he gonna... This is disrespect, man. Is he gonna Widow Mine drop Solar to death? Is he gonna give that a shot? Well, Zergling sees that coming. God, such sick scouting from that Zergling. Just being like, yo, what up? What's down this way, says the Ling. And the answer is, well, there... Oh, and that Creep Tumor can see it too? Okay, well, there should be readiness for this thing. And Widow Mines. Kill the Widow Mines. Pull the drones. Ow. So 2 drones die. 1 more Widow Mine dropping into the main base. Is going to get, like, okay. Oh, nice unburrow there. All right. This is working. Okay. Pretty well defended. Got a big shot on the Queen. No big deal. And then gets killed there, too. Okay. So held. And then Matt and friends try to move on in here to pick off some drones at the third base. Losing 4 or 5 drones there. Not bad. Not bad. And then jumping down into Queenville. Okay, so now they're dead. They're just like, well, how many drones can we kill? Another one. And maybe another one. No, Matt is dead. Matt is dead. So it was an interesting Widow Mine drop, a multiple Reaper harassment opening from MARU. 6 drones died, but 4 Widow Mines and 3 Reapers went down. So yeah, I think Solar's okay with that. He's fine. He's up 73 to 54 workers. Holy Shermolian. That's crazy. All right. Well, more barracks being produced here. Tons of Marines are out already for MARU. He's working on +1 attack, combat shield, +1 armor, infantry armor. 4th base on the way from Solar. Loving that. He's going for centrifugal hooks. And yeah, he should be fine. Honestly, this is Solar's not going to die anytime soon to anything that MARU can do to him. That's why MARU is continuing to macro up, continuing to get a bigger and a scarier army. Probably going to move into those ghosts, getting an armory so his Widow Mines are permacloaked, because he is replacing those Widow Mines as they die. He's got 1 already, and oh, there's 7 of them out on the field already. Oh, more Widow Mine shenanigans, eh? Okay. Shot on a Queen. Again, Queen's okay with taking that shot. Widow Mine connections. Big Widow Mine connections. And then MARU's going to boost into the main base where there's no defense here because the Lings are in the wrong position. This is what MARU is known for. This is the Terran strategy. Oh, 2 Overseers die almost for nothing. And then when the Lings and Queens show up, you boost back down, you unload, you kill some more drones. Over here at this 4th base, and MARU's just being everywhere. Those Banelings are connecting, but only 1 Marine dies to the Banelings. And MARU gets out of there. So beautiful, beautiful harassment there from our guy. MARU is going for +2 attack. He's getting more medevacs. He's got a 4th command center on the way here too. But 4th base for Solar looking good. He did lose a bunch of Lings in that engagement. 35 Lings have now died, which is a lot of Lings, sort of, at this stage of the game. Nothing too crazy. 5th base, nope, canceled. Shut down. And Widow Mine. Not a great split there, Solar. Yeah, you're not quite Raider or Cyril capable of the splits against these Widow Mines, are you, my friend? Yeah, I mean, Maru's right side, killing creep tumors, maybe trying to pick off queens here, too. They're actually not great fighters against Marines with stim and +1 attack. The drop, where is it? Where's this one? Into this back base that Solar's trying to take. He's going to force a cancel there. He does. He forces a cancel, then he picks up immediately. Yeah, this is the Maru. This is the Maru that is everywhere. The Zerg player has to try to stop him. It's extremely difficult to do. We've got Widow Mines, we've got Marines. Are there any Marauders at all? No. It is 43 Marines and 8 Widow Mines. Hydra's getting in the mix. Hydra's with range. Outrange Widow Mines. Pretty good unit here. Oh, ooh, hot. Yeah, just shoving away Maru here. Doing his best. He's got Banelings with speed. He's got the creep. Just kidding. Nice target on that creep tumor. Sick play there for sure. Woo! And then getting into this back area again. This is what happens when you don't have a Spire and you're trying to deal with these drops from a Terran player like Maru. Drone gets picked off and then Maru gets out of there. He's like, is there a response? There's got to be a response to this, and there it is. Maru. Hydra's not on their own. Can't do this. Banelings are getting target fired. Sick stuff there. Widow Mines connecting and just dropping into the natural base to kill a couple more drones there as well. These medevacs, have any medevacs died yet? No! This is the power of Drop Terran when there are no Corruptors or Mutalisks in the sky. Trying to make Banelings while an army's on top of you is a sucky thing to have to worry about. Chasing off creep. Big Widow Mine shot there. 5 kills on that Widow Mine. Hydroling Bane trying to defend from Solar as much as he can, but these Widow Mines are just making connection after connection here. Solar's lost 8,000 resources. Maru's lost 4. Remember when it was pretty close earlier? Maru has taken some serious economic issues here. There is an Overseer. Didn't quite see those Widow Mines. Economy going up and down and up and down and up and down as the mules are getting tossed down. Maru's got a 4th base. Solar has not had time to retake his 5th base on that left side. Not looking good. Not at all here. Standing, fighting. Hydra's alone. Not really looking like they're gonna be enough against these Marines and the Marauders that have been sprinkled in. Marauders absorbing Baneling shots. Army value. GG doesn't matter. Maru gets game number 2 of our sneaky 3-fer. You didn't know this was a best of 3 the whole time, did you? You definitely not. Absolutely fantastic. That was magnifique. That was very, very well played by Maru. He gets the early harass in, doesn't get a lot done with it, but then just goes right into multiple medevacs all over the place, forces a cancel on this base twice, kills a bunch of drones. 13 drones die in this game. Resources lost are 13,000 to 6,000, a 2-to-1 resources lost ratio. Absolutely bonker stuff there from Maru. Solar tried to get into Lingbane Hydra, but the Widowmine connections were insanely good on those last few battles. Just not enough where Solar could hang on. And he taps out because, you know, it's 4 base to 4 base. Just Maru's army value is 95 and Solar's is 29. And the Hydras are great. They're glass cannons, though, right? So they stand behind the Lings and the Banelings that are maybe tanking, sort of, or at least forcing the army to move back, and the Hydras are dealing the damage. When it's just Hydras, yes, they're still dealing the damage, but they're taking hits, and they die so fast. And they're expensive, so tough stuff. Tough stuff. All right, that is game 2. Who's going to win game 3? Who's going to win our secret, sneaky best of 3? Don't know. Let's find out. Hit subscribe if you haven't. We're on Data C for the all-important game number 3. Left side, Solar. Right side, Maru. Maru is right to try to kill Solar before he's up to an incredible Hydralisk, Baneling, Zergling army with lurkers on the way. Woof. That was an incredible display by Maru. Down 1-0. He digs deep. And yeah, that is classic Maru against Zerg players. So if you ever heard of the Falcon Paladin Hour, it is Somicron and myself talking about StarCraft 2 tournaments and possible patch updates. And we do it on Twitch, live at twitch.tv/Somicron, SOMICRON. We put the VODs up on YouTube as well. Can put a link to that, youtube.com. The user is going to be Lampara, Lampara. But also, if you just search Falcon Pound an Hour on the YouTube machines, then you can find me there too. It's just an hour every week. We talk about stuff like Andor, the Star Wars show that I really love and I cannot recommend highly enough. It's the best written Star Wars thing in the history of Star Wars. Yo. Oh, so check it out, man. I'm not kidding. If you didn't like Boba Fett, if you didn't like, Rise of Skywalker, I get it. I get all this stuff you don't like from Disney Star Wars, but for whatever reason, they were like, Tony Gilroy, do your thing, man. And Tony Gilroy was like, okay, and he made Andor, and it's fantastic. Anyway, what else do we talk about out there? Again, StarCraft 2 tournaments that are happening. We did like 45 minutes to an hour talking about the different potential patch update changes. If you want to hear my thoughts about that, that's the place to go. Again, they're just potential. None of them are set in stone yet. They're in the PTR. They're being tested by players like you. And you can give feedback and stuff. Anyway, Solar not doing anything crazy this time. This was a 16, 18, 17 thing from him. MARU decides to skip the Reaper this time around. Just go into Marines, get a factory up pretty darn quickly. Into that Hellion-style stuff. And how's this going to work out? These are questions. These are questions everybody has on their minds. Who's going to win this thing? I don't know. Again, if MARU wins game 1, you're like, okay, MARU probably just wins the second one, wins the 2 out of 3, moves on with his life. But because Solar won game 1, you're like, But also, because MARU did weird stuff, you're like, that doesn't count as a MARU fan. You're like, MARU did some crazy shenanigans. Solar just kind of shut it down, and that's your game 1. No big deal. So, you might be right. You might be absolutely correctamundo about that one. What else is going on? I've actually been back at the gym, which is nice for the first time in a while. Been running, 2.5, 3 miles a day. I've been watching The Peripheral on Amazon Prime, which is kind of like a time travel sci-fi, kind of a gently sci-fi kind of a thing. Right? It's not like we're talking about Star Wars space battles and lightsabers and all that stuff. It's kind of a gently sci-fi play where there's technology, but it's kind of closer to ours. Anyway, it's interesting. Pretty good, I guess. Nothing I can super duper recommend like Andor, but it's been all right. Anyway, 4 Marines from Mars show up, and Solar's like, my 3rd base! Queens, save it. And the Queens are like, we can save it. Don't worry about it, especially with that creep spread. Yeah, not going to happen. What a weird harassment here for MARU. Like, it's not like Solar's going to have... Not going to have a bunch of Queens out at this stage of the game, right? And then, that Hellion gets pinned. That sucks. This Hellion's like, well, I can kill these drones by myself. It's not easy, though. And he gets 2. I mean, that's probably better than he was expecting when he was alone on creep deep in Zerg territory and just like, MARU says, let's do this again. Again, the first time attempting this did not go particularly incredibly well for him. Solar seemed to handle it pretty well. So I imagine Solar's going to handle it pretty well here again. Is just repeating what he did in game number 1? It's an armory for permacloak. Oh, he's supply blocked. No, he's making a liberator. Crap. Ling run by. You don't have a wall? No, we don't have a wall. And the Lings are like, no, not with Hellions, not with Marines. That amount of Lings can't do anything about it. Where is this medevac? I found you, medevac. Roach Warren coming in. And Spore Crawler coming up, but it's almost done. It'll be done in time to really matter here. So yeah, Widowmine gets absolutely nothing done. 1 shot on a Queen. Spore's getting some free hits off on those medevacs. Widowmine dead. Big hit there. And then a Unburrow pickup super fast. Okay. So Lings dying is one thing. 12 Lings have died, but no drones died. And again, Solar handling that pretty well. 3rd CC on the way from MARU here on Data C. Going to try to land it there. Eventually, Liberator moving out. But that's the thing, is that Liberator is moving out as like... Dunno. Like, there's already Queens and Spores out, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. Is like, yeah, sure, Liberators are good units. But, like, I don't know, man. Queen, you have to reburrow the spore. This is the reason spores unburrow and reburrow as quickly as they do, is because liberators exist. And the reason that queens have range they do is because liberators exist. If liberators didn't exist, spores would unburrow and reburrow slower, and queens would not have as much range as they do. I guess oracles exist. That's part of the range thing, too, that queens get. I don't know. It's all one big interconnected thingamajig. So, what do we got? An oracle drop attempt. Intriguing. Solar's going for 1-1 for his Lings and his Banelings and his Ultralisks if he decides to go there. But against Maru, I would choose not to go there. Just because Maru's ghosts are insanely good against Ultras and Ultras are bad. They did talk about making Ultralisk model size smaller. And in the PTR, they're teeny tiny adorable Ultralisks. It's hilarious. So anyway, these Hellbats are here. They get healed up by the medevac. And if bad things happen, we're just going to pick up and get on out. But you know, so far, yeah, bad things happening here are the medevac taking hits from queens. Overseer scouts in, says, okay, yeah, you're just making a ton of Marines here. Centrifugal hooks is going to be a good thing. Hydralisk Den is on the way. Yes, more Lings in production. While you're at it, a fourth base on the way from Solar as the third base lands from Maru. Also, be sure to check out FalconPaladin.store for your merch needs. We have hats. We have t-shirts. We have two kinds of hoodies, kind of a thinner one and kind of a thicker one if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, like deep into the Northern Hemisphere, and it's below freezing, like, you know, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, like -2 Celsius, bad times. A hoodie can really help with that kind of weather. Yeah. Anyway, same Liberator. Yeah, same Liberator got healed up, but is coming back in. And no, the reaction time, 0. No reaction time. Way too slow. Okay, so 4 drones down. They're not good. Really bad. And Maru's just like, well, if you're refusing to make a Spire against me, I'm just going to keep doing this stuff. Don't mind. Don't wait up, boys. All right. Well, this is great. This is Hellbat Marine. Banelings are needed here, and they're ready to go. They are ready to move. That Centrifugal Hooks finished just in the gosh darn nick of time, didn't it? Yeah. Yes, it did. Range upgrade for Hydras coming in. 2-2 getting started for the Marines and Marauders, of which there are no Marauders, but I imagine they'll go sprinkled in because the Banelings are a problem without them. So Zerglings are like, we'll fight you. We got some Banelings coming too. Re-spread the creep. This creep spread is actually pretty awesome. It's within spitting distance of Maru's third base. Love to see some good creep spread from the Zergs. I mean, it's not like insanely good, but I would argue it is pretty nice from Solar to put, I mean, considering he's fighting against Maru here. Solar setting up for maybe some kind of an attack into this third base or into this natural base. And there are no Widow... Oh, there's one Widow Mine that exists. I don't know... Oh, there it is. Okay, gets the Widow Mine to fire, but also Maru's army's in that location. Also, Maru's army is down here, where Solar is trying to take a fifth base. No, stutter step. He does not save it. Canceled. Replanted. Super annoying stuff. Hey, Solar gets a Lurker Den in this game. First Lurker Den of the series. Because again, going Lurkers against Cyclones is kind of stupid. And Banshees too, right? That's what Maru was doing in game 1. So Lurkers made no sense. But guess what makes sense now? Lurkers do. Because Maru's got siege tanks. Got a ton of Marines out. Is actually using his gas on tanks instead of Marauders right now. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, FalconPaladin.store. Merch. Merch needs. Mugs, too, if you want a mug for your coffee in the morning. All right, Maru's looking big. He's looking scary. He's looking strong. He really wants this fifth base to die. And Solar's like, no! How about you not? I would have kept going there, but Solar is too smart. Also, what is this? Link getting in the third base of Maru, but also this position for dropping is annoying, but Queens can handle it, no problem. But the fifth base is under attack. There is swinging around this backside, too. I think Solar's going for a bit of a wraparound and trying to force A lift. Ah, you can't run if you're getting... The Lings are trying to stop the progression. They force a pickup. And MARU gets the heck on out of there. Okay, Solar. Maxed out. Looking good. Looking strong here. Dude, Solar. Is he actually potentially going to win this best of 3? He's in a good position for it. The income is favoring MARU, but again, that's Mules. How many SCVs died in that battle? One SCV has died today. And look at this. MARU's like, got 2 Marines here with Stim and Combat Shield, baby. Oh, Baneling's getting some decent hits off, though. All right, all right. Still no time for Lurkers. They'd be pretty good here because there are no ghosts out. Can Solar hold it? He sets up. He comes from a big, nice concaved angle. He's engaging off creep. He's trying to kill these tanks so they can't support as much. There we go. And maybe, yeah, pulling back. I was like, chasing that far is pretty bad. Immediately throwing down creep tumors here, too. Solar is playing very well, getting a 5th, 6th base up on this left side where MARU's got 4 bases rolling. He's making his own command center. He's just pumping Marines and Liberators right now. There is +3 armor coming in for the ground units for Solar, +3/+3 for the Marines. And I would say Marauders here, but there are no Marauders, intriguingly enough, from MARU right now. More Banelings coming in. Spreading this creep over this way would be hot. He does spot this medevac attempt to drop up this left side. But also there's medevacs and stuff on the right side too. So, medevac gets away with all of 29 HP. MARU makes a deep push into Zerg territory again. Kills those 3 new creep tumors. Really frustrating stuff, those Solars. Just like, MARU, how is he everywhere at the same time? Great question, man. Missile attack level 1 finishing would be nice. Adrenal glands would be super nice too. It's on the way. He's blinding cloud is up. Okay, nerfing those tank spellcasters versus no spellcasters. We know how that usually works here. Abducting Liberators. Liberators getting killed. 169 to 147 supply. Solar's up and up by 1 billion here. More creep tumors going down. Adrenal glands finishes. These Lings are at 2-2 and Adrenal. Not that there are many Lings here. They're kind of just getting obliterated by 2-2 Marines with their stim. Obviously, good connections there on the Banes. Tank down. That other tank's gonna die. And it's looking like Solar with his Adrenal and the Hydras with the upgrades looking pretty good. He's getting upgrades for Lurkers. He doesn't have any yet, though. Ooh, this is tough. This is really tough stuff for MARU. Where are the ghosts? I guess he doesn't need them. He's got a Ghost Academy. So that counts for something. He can make those. They're talking about getting rid of enhanced shockwave for ghosts, but just making the Ghost EMP do about half as much extra radius as it did with enhanced shockwave, but for free. There's no upgrade, right? Right. Anyway, abducting a tank up here would be sick. Yeah, there. Oh, the Liberator gets abducted too and does actually die. That tank dies too. Okay. The abducts here from Solar are crazy. Top left base on the way from Solar. MARU's kind of stuck in one spot. He's expanding, which is great, but he's not really splitting up into 2, 3 separate groups. He's, full medevac killed by Queens. That's bad. That is terrible if you're trying to win this game. And suddenly MARU finds himself on the back foot. Okay, this might just be your GG. Those Lurkers in that position. Yeah, MARU stutter stepping, but he's got Lurkers in his third. That takes like, blah, makes that sound as he dies. And yeah, that's your GG. That's it. Lurkers are out. He's making ghosts, but it doesn't matter. It's too late. And Solar takes this best of 3 win, 2 games to 1 in 3 pretty darn interesting games, I gotta say. Wow. I mean, that was something. That was something, if not something. Well done. Just absolutely well done by Solar there. He gets a 2-1 win over MARU in a best of 3. I can hardly believe that. I did not expect it from him, and I was wrong, Solar, and I apologize. Yeah, see these spikes MARU's getting, and then no spike. It's like at regular intervals, and then nope. Because that third base was dying, wasn't it? Yes, it was dying. Anyway, holy crikey. 16 tanks died, 207 Marines, 20,000 losses for Solar and 18,000 for MARU. So that's a way better number for Solar in that situation. We've got about 400 Lings died, 47 Banelings went down, 7 Hydras died. There were still 9 at the end of the game, and yeah, getting those Lurkers burrowed into that third base. MARU's like, I don't have the Ghost to deal with this. I've got 3, but I need more than that. And sure, there's more on the way, but a little bit too little too late there. He taps out and is like, ooh, well done. Well done. Solar gets that win. All right, good. Good, Anakin. And that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.